pop culture journalist Scott Nevins is with us now. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, here's a small statement back in June from Vertical Entertainment when it announced the movie would go ahead. We hope these distressing allegations pertaining to one person's behaviour that were not publicly known when the film was made almost 2.5 years ago, and from someone who has a small supporting role in Billionaire's Boys Club, does not tarnish the release of the film. Well, guess what? That was back in June, and now we have the answer. Yes, it does. It tarnishes the film, but also the film sucked. It wasn't great.
Yeah, no, this film did not rate well by critics. I think on Rotten Tomatoes it had like a 13%, and for average people who went to see it, regular customers, they gave it a 42%, which was shockingly high for a film that really rated horror.
But what about having Spacey there? Was he just like an ooh factor?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, there is no doubt that he has turned a lot of people off from ever seeing anything he's involved in.
Okay, well, after all the accusations, you know, with that in mind, it seems like, you know, he's always played this sort of slimy bad guy routine, and
art imitating life.
That's it. And this is kind of the first time I think I've ever quoted the New York Post ever on air, but here's part of an opinion piece. Now we know Spacey's real identity. He's an accused sexual predator. The on-screen smarmy villain shtick isn't cute anymore. And why anyone would choose to release Billionaire's Boys Club with at least 15 accusers on record against Spacey is beyond me. The film wasn't even so much released as oozed into the public domain by distributor Vertical Entertainment, coming out on video demand weeks before its theatrical debut. I guess they kind of wanted to kill it, I guess, but they couldn't because, what, it just wasn't really an option to replace Spacey like they'd done in, what, the Ridley Scott movie last year.
They couldn't replace him. It would be too expensive. You know, Christopher Plummer wasn't available for that one, too. So, you know, it was a decision to say, we paid for this film. We need to go ahead. We've paid for all these actors, this production. So they released it on, like, iTunes and Netflix and sort of, like you said, oozed it out. And it just sort of laid there like an egg. And then... I think it was 11 theaters it was in this weekend.
Like a bad egg with a sort of bad smell.
A bad egg. And it made, for a total for the weekend, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Was a whopping $618.
Wow, okay. Well, that's almost, you know, 4 times the opening day, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, here's another part of the statement from Vertical Entertainment from earlier this year, defending the decision to release the film. We believe in giving the cast, as well as hundreds of crew members who worked hard on the film, the chance to see their final product reach audiences. In the end, we hope audiences make up their own minds as to the responsible allegations of one person's past, but not, or reprehensible allegations, I should say, but not at the expense of the entire cast and crews present on this film. So, you know, it does seem, as sad as it is, that, you know, all the people who worked on this film, they're the ones who, you know, are paying the price for Spacey's, you know, alleged misdeeds.
But you have almost 4 A-list names on this movie, so it's not just his name. Yes, he kept a lot of people away from it, but maybe the film's just really bad.
But what about those guys who worked, and, you know, and people aren't turning up because Spacey's there? I mean, they had no hand in what he's done. And here's this guy, his reputation, you know, he's being dumped by Netflix. Everyone's trying to run away from this guy as fast as they can. But they didn't know any of that at the time that they're making this film. They just think he's just, you know, regular Kevin. Yeah,
this was 2 years, right? 2 years before any of the allegations from actor Anthony Rapp. And, you know, it still leaves this sort of question of, you know, do you just shelve it? There have been films that were done that were just shelved. No one ever saw the light of day. And I think this could have been one of them.
Well, given the fact that it took $126 and $600 here, maybe.
Here's the shocking figure, though. $1.5 million internationally.
Is that good?
No, that's not good, but I'm saying it's like...
That's good. That's better than $600.
I think they made a couple of bucks back, but not enough.
Okay. Okay, well, we got you. Let's go on to the New York Times report about one of the first women who accused Hollywood heavyweight Harvey Weinstein of sexual harassment and rape, Asia Argento. I probably got that wrong. According to the Times, in the months which followed her speaking out, she actually was involved in a payoff for a young actor called Jimmy Bennett, who alleged he was sexually assaulted by her. In 2004, he actually played her son in a movie. Then 10 years later, he was 17. They had a catch-up at a hotel in California. The same day, she posted on Instagram, "Happiest day of my life, reunion with Jimmy Bennett, XOX." She also said, "Jimmy is going to be in my next movie." And that is a fact. Dig that, Jack. God, that sounds like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? I can see why so many people think this is such a blow to the Me Too movement, right?
Yeah.
She was a big figurehead for it. Here, the thing we need to stress, too, is that Jimmy was 17 when this happened, and 18 is the age of consent in California. So there's a real legal problem there, and she accepted this payoff. She was paying him.
He wanted $3 million or something.
3.5.
She be paying $380,000. Okay, very quickly, we've got 30 seconds left. I'm going to get killed for this, but there are people who are going to say, yes, she's a hypocrite, it's terrible, she shouldn't have done it. Others are going to say, he was 17, a 17-year-old man, young guy would kill for this chance. Oh, what's the harm?
No, you never blame a victim, right?
Yeah.
A victim is a victim.
Yeah. But there is that attitude that because it's a boy, that somehow, or a young man, somehow it's different.
Sure, but that's why a lot of young men don't come out and tell their story.
Okay, you were quick.
Thank you.
Scott, thank you.
Thanks so much.